Hi. Welcome to my video. Today we are going to discuss 6 simple tips to get started in woodworking. When it comes to woodworking for beginners, there are 6 things that are essential to know for how to get started in woodworking. So let's begin. One. Create a simple woodworking setup. Figure out a simple setup for your woodworking space. You needn't bother with an extravagant and costly workshop to begin woodworking. Now, if you do have a garage or shed space, I'd suggest setting up a space there from that point forward, since then you won't have to bring it down and set it up each time. 2. Learn how to read a tape measure. I know this appears to be extremely basic and you may definitely know how to read a measuring tape, so simply listen to me on this one. Oftentimes with woodworking you have to make correct measurements and cuts, and it's rarely pretty even numbers like 15 inches or 15.5 inches. It's generally similar to 15 5/8 inches or 15 9/16 inches. 3. Different types of wood species and dimensions. To begin with, we should start with the fact that there are many different types of wood species which are classified as softwoods and hardwoods. Softwood examples include pine, cedar, spruce and so forth. Hardwood examples include oak, walnut, maple and so forth. One of the most common types of wood used in DIY projects and furniture building is pine wood. Pine is an affordable and readily available option at your local home improvement store, and it comes in many sizes. I highly recommend using pine for beginner woodworking projects. At that point, as you enhance your skill, have a go at working with some different wood species. Second, figuring out how to read lumber measurements, such as knowing what 1x2 or 2x12 really implies, is extremely essential. Understanding softwood lumber dimensions will enable you to read woodworking build plans, shop for lumber, and understand the general measurements for your projects. 4. Try to always use straight wood boards. When it comes time to choose the wood boards for your woodworking project, try to utilize the straightest boards you can find and keep away from twisted or bowed boards. This may require a bit of picking and digging through the heap of wood at the store, however it will have a huge effect when you're really building, and it will spare you a ton of headaches. Remember, there are no perfect sheets, yet attempt to always use the straighter boards. 5. Learn how to use a few essential tools. With regards to woodworking for beginners, I believe it's important to simply figure out how to use a couple of the most fundamental woodworking tools for beginners. There are such huge numbers of great tools available today, and it can be quite overwhelming, just as costly, to attempt to get them all and know how to use them. Once you learn the basics of the most essential tools, you will be able to start building in no time and feel comfortable learning any other new tools in the future. 6. Sand your wood. At long last, properly preparing your wood surface is too critical. It will have a huge effect when it comes times to stain, paint, or completion of your wood. There is a great deal of tips for wood surface preparation, yet sanding the wood is one of the most important steps. What's more, it is really helpful to do the bulk of sanding before you start cutting and building with wood, since it's still in whole pieces. I hope you've learned what you need in order to get started with woodworking. It may seem like a lot at first, but you will get the hang of it soon. Now, claim your free 50 woodworking plans by clicking the link below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.